Hey, y'all. I'm in Texas now, so I got to say that, I guess. So, here is another video this week. I'm on a roll this week, man. But Luminar Neo. I had very mixed reviews about this. Now, I had Luminar AI. That was my first Luminar experience, and it was pretty good. For the most part, it's pretty good. I still use Lightroom mostly, but Luminar AI was pretty good program. So, and again, I'm going to preface this like I did the last video. I'm not an expert in this stuff. There's stuff I probably miss. There's stuff that you're going to be beating your head against the wall going, "My god, I can't believe he's not mentioning this." This is not a review. This is not a tutorial. Go see Anthony Morganti if you want a tutorial on this stuff, all right? He's very good. Does very detailed tutorials. He talks really nice and calmly, and you can understand everything. He enunciates, and he's very good at what he does. So go over there, watch his videos, and if you want to learn this stuff. As for me, I'm just trying to figure out, hey, if I wanted to dump Lightroom, which, at this point, with all the stuff that's included with the Adobe suite, I'm not dumping it anytime soon. But if I were to, what is the other programs that I would use? The programs that you just pay for one time, which is a big, huge plus. Are they as good? And can I get as much accomplished? Can I give you the same, or can I give people, clients or whatever, can I give them the same work or the same final product with these programs as I can with Lightroom? So of course I can. There's gonna be some stuff that I'm limited with. Now you can use these as plugins as well. You can use Photoshop as a plugin here. And so that's the thing that's kind of been, you can't really use that as an excuse anymore because you can actually use Photoshop as a plugin. So go and do all your little Photoshop-y things. And, if you want to make your video more fake or your your photo more fake and look fake and whatever, that's up to you. I don't fault anyone for doing that. Art is art. Whatever you do with your stuff is your stuff. Okay. If you like it, if you don't, you don't, so. But anyway, Luminar Neo, I did a video because I pre-purchased Neo. I actually got a beta copy and it was pretty bad. It was just bad. That's all I'll say. It was just bad. And it had weird issues where I would apply edits, but when I exported the photo, some of the edits didn't export with it. So I'd have all this, had make the photo look all nice and pretty, and when I exported the photo, it didn't look the same. There was color missing, or there was something missing that I adjusted or tweaked, and it just made it unusable. I couldn't use it. So I waited till till the final version dropped. It was a little better. And this thing, they've been updating this consistently on a pretty regular basis. As a matter of fact, I just updated this today uh, or yesterday. So I think, yeah, we're on version 1.2.0. And I think that might be the build number, I guess. So I just updated. So this has they got updated for the HDR merge. So now you've got that. And there's a couple other things that they threw in there. So this thing has been updated very, very nicely. Now, here's the thing. These are my new Fuji X-H2S photos from last weekend. And as you can see here, right off the bat, I'm going to say this about the catalog system. I'm not a huge fan. I like Lightroom's much better. I've never imported photos directly to Luminar. So I don't know what happens when you do that. I have no idea. I don't know if you can do the same thing with Lightroom, if you can go in and adjust, change the name of the folders and it changes it on the hard drive. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never done it. I import everything in with Lightroom, and then I use those folders of photos in other programs. So maybe I should separate them. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't had any problems yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, so I haven't used a whole lot. I haven't used this program a whole lot. Some of the program, photos from 21, and then some of the newer photos from 2022, I was doing some stuff with. But I wanted to see if I could use my XH2S photos, the new Fuji RAW files in Luminar Neo. Um, I think the thumbnail system works pretty smooth. Works about as smooth, I guess, as Lightroom does. So let's go into uh do something simple. Let's go into that photo. So what you do, you click on a photo, you're in the catalog, look up here at the top. You've got three deals. So you've got presets, which it's not the same as Lightroom. It's different. The presets are different. I mean, they work the same, but they're just different. They just look different. You got photos here. Now, see, it still hasn't given me the preset. This thing is really, really slow. So I'm thinking it's not going to work that well, if at all, with these Fuji RAW files. So I'll just go directly to the edit. And of course, you got everything laid out on the right side. It's okay, but I don't know. It's just different. It's just weird. If you're coming from Lightroom, you're gonna there's a learning curve. You got your layers over here. I haven't even dealt with layers in this program, so I don't know how good or bad it is. But they did add layers to it eventually, so that's something I need to dig more into. But man, it desaturated the hell out of that photo. Let's see. So the other big thing I don't like about Luminar is when I crop the photo, I can't just hit enter and then it crops it. I actually have to physically go back to this little section and click on that in order for it to crop it. Now, maybe there's a different way. Maybe there's a keyboard shortcut or something. But all the other programs, On One and Lightroom, once you crop it, once you get your crop in, all you got to do is hit enter, and it crops it, and you're back to editing. Here, you actually have to click on that to edit or to finish the crop. I don't like that. Enhance is I mean, it's just kind of a AI thing where it enhances the photo for you, I guess. So um yeah, I guess it's kind of work. I guess it's working okay. But man, I don't know why it's so desaturated. I think it's because it doesn't load the camera profile. So like Lightroom and On One actually loads the camera profile, whatever profile you shot it in RAW, it actually loads that right away. So you see it as soon as you open up the photo to edit it. With Luminar, you don't have that, I guess, because that should be more saturated, which that's fine. I can add saturation. It's not a big deal. Sky replacement is still one of the best in the business. I've One of the things, Luminar AI and Luminar Neo, definitely one of the better ones out there. And you've got so many choices on refining your mask. It's really, really good. Now, this masking thing is a little odd. When they first came out with this, I was like, what in the hell is this? It's a little bit weird to get used to and to figure out that you can mask each one. But once you figure it out, it's actually kind of cool. And it's not always perfect though. Like if you hit mask AI and you've got people and a building and a car, sometimes it might think the car is a giant rock or or something like that, and you just have to click on each individual one to figure it out. Let's just click on it and see what happens. So then it does its little whatever this is. It's stargazing, I guess. And it's working, working, working. I'm actually surprised it's working with the raw files. I really am surprised. So I guess they updated it. I guess with this latest update, it's actually working with Fuji raw files, the new. So look over here. It says architecture, water. There's no freaking water in the photo. And then mountains. There's no mountains in the photo. And transport. Yeah, duh. And then man-made ground. Well, yeah, I guess it's concrete. So let's see what they consider to be architecture. Yeah, no. That you're not going to do that. Let's see what they think water is. Oh, look, the water is this over here. So this is not perfect by any means. And then mountains, I don't even know what that is. If you click on that, what is Okay, thank you. A little bit slow there, bud. And then mountains, I don't even see where it did anything. It's like very slight. Like probably I thought I saw something up in the windshield. Transport. Ta-da! There it is. Now I've got everything masked except for I don't think the mirrors are masked and the hood isn't masked. So everything else has I think. Yeah. So what happens man-made ground? So that's all the concrete, which was already chosen over here for water. So it's man-made ground and water, I guess. So no, I guess the hood is, but also back here. So you'd have to go in and erase that. But you can go in, you can do all the adjustments. So you'd click on adjustments after that, and that would be well, I guess I probably shouldn't use sky. That's probably the biggest problem. But once you choose one of these masking options, once you go into one of these other things that has a mask, like here, like click on masking and then mask AI, instead of it just pops up the one. So once you make it once, it's always there for you. So it's easy to just jump on. So let's go to that one right there. Now we go to adjustments. And now we can adjust just the car, just wherever that mask was. So now we can bring some of that yellow back. Yeah. Without, messing around with the other, except we probably did up there too. But then remove color cast. That's one of the things I like about Luminar. Removing color cast is so much easier in this. Now, it doesn't work all the time, but when it works way better than trying to do global color cast adjustments. It works really well. So I'll give Luminar a huge thumbs up on the color cast. And then down here, you've got your HSL sliders, same things you have in Lightroom. So you have the same adjustments. And you can take, what if there's parts of that you don't want on, you can mask that out or you can wipe it out with a brush. So it works pretty well. If you want that tutorial, there's other people that'll give it to you. I'm not going to try to tell you how to do it. I'm just showing you some of the stuff that's available. So again, details, hit masking, mask AI. Boom. The ones you already picked are already there. And again, they're all wrong except for this one. But if you chose that, I'll just do the brush thing real quick because I suck at it, but whatever. If there's part of the mask you don't want, I think that's how you do it. You go back to mask, go back here, and then click on brush. And then you want to erase. And then once you click on it, you just, you see it removing it. Even though this is not something I would do. Obviously, I'd leave the hood, but I'm just kind of showing you as an example. And then you can just remove wherever you want to remove it. So you have to click on your mouse and it shows up. It doesn't show up until that's kind of a weird thing is it don't show up until you hit your mouse, but that's fine. It shows up though. So it's easy. It's pretty simple. Once you learn it, it's easy. It took me a while because I was like, this is crazy. This is weird because Lightroom's is so much easier. The masking is so much easier, but you've got a ton of different options. And here's the thing about Luminar Neo. You go in, you check your edits, right? Now, a lot of people never use this. They're going to go in, they're going to edit something. Then they're going to go back and they're going to go, I swear I hit enhance. I know I hit enhance because that's what I did right away. I'm like, what did they do? I was like, the thing about Neo is you can double stack or you can triple stack these adjustments. So you can hit enhance again and it gives it even more enhancement. You see what I'm saying? And you just keep going back. So you're done with that. You go into this module here. Look what you've got. Enhance there and enhance there. You actually have two different ones. So if you need to make an adjustment to an adjustment that you already made, you want to go to edits, find the one that you made, the first one or second one or whatever you made, and then you can take it out there or you can just delete it. But you still have your original enhance. See what I'm saying? So you have to go back into edits because if you keep adding on, if you go into color and go, man, I swore I adjusted all those colors, but they're all zeroed out again. And then you start screwing around with it and your colors are all jacked up because you didn't realize that in order to adjust, if you made all these adjustments, you have to go back into edits and change that. So that's kind of a good thing, but kind of a bad thing. If you don't know how to use this, you could really screw up your photo. But once you get to know it, denoise is pretty decent. It's probably better than Lightroom. I would say it's better than Lightroom. Not quite as good as On One. No noise. I think denoise is pretty damn good though. I will give them credit on the denoising. The other thing I don't like about Neo is you've got multiple or you've got the same adjustments in multiple places. So you have like here in details, you have sharpen here, and then once you activate that, then all these other ones come alive. But you have sharpen there, and what else we got? Have it there. In the develop option, you have sharpness there. So you could seriously over sharpen your image. I mean, and the same thing with colors. You've got color here. Look familiar? Same thing. You've got colors, you got curves, you've got all these different choices, but then you have a separate color. So you have colors here. So you got to be really careful about what you're doing. And there may be a reason for that. Maybe those of you out there that use Neo or use Luminar, and there's a reason for all that. But to me, it just seems like you've got way too many choices, and you could seriously screw up your image by adding too much. The dehaze function works well. This golden hour works pretty well. The foliage enhancer, all these work really well. They really do. Basic editing and stuff like that, or even slightly advanced editing, you're going to be just fine with Neo. I think it's turned into a brilliant program. I think personally, especially for the price, because I can't remember what I paid for it. I think I got a discount because it was this portrait bokeh is damn good. It is really, really good. I think I got a feeling I'm seeing that a lot. A lot of people using that fake bokeh. The face enhancements work really, really well. But I'll tell you, the standout feature, I think personally, is this. The erase tool on this is way better than the clone healing tool in Lightroom. Way better. I don't think I've ever had any artifacts after using erase tool on smaller, so like skin issues, removing zits and stuff like that. I have now you getting into larger objects, like if I tried to remove this whole car or this, that's probably going to have some weird goofy line in it. But as far as stuff on skin, faces, whatever, it works way better. Way better. The remove power lines I heard works really well. I haven't tried it. Remove dust spots works really well. I haven't tried that either. So I don't know. But I've seen other people use it online and it seems to work pretty damn good. But I tell you, this erase tool is so good. It is so good. I have to give them all kinds of credit for that. Yeah, you just do black and white from there. But then you've got all these creative different things you can make, turn your photo into a matte, add a matte layer to it. You've got some special toning, dramatic effects. There's a ton of stuff. Sun rays is kind of cool to play with. Again, it's going to look fake, but it looks cool. If you like that stuff, if you like those, manufactured images. And relight works pretty damn good too. Relight works pretty well in certain situations, not on every photo, but at most photos it does work good. Atmosphere, I've never, I did that like once and it looked like garbage. But I'm not saying it will for you, but just in my photo in particular, it looked like garbage. Again, mystical glow. You can add that little glow to that everybody loves. They love that glowy effect, which is completely ridiculous. That's my opinion. And then faces, you got a bunch of eyes, mouth, you got eyes where and you have to have a face in the image or this stuff won't even pop up. Like it won't even give the choice. Portrait bokeh, there's a reason why it's not popping up because there ain't nothing in there. It's not a portrait. So that's kind of a nice thing. They don't just add it on to everything. You can slim bodies and stuff if you want to take that chance. And then key light just seems like another redundant lighting effect because you got relight and then you got key lights and there's just so much lighting. There's a lot of redundancy in this program. And then here's like some professional, they call it professional grade stuff. I guess super contrast. There's more contrast adjustments in this thing. It's just, I'm sorry. It just, to me, it's just redundant. It doesn't make sense. It's like they just put it in there just so they can say they have the feature when it's not really needed. It's already got too much. So dodge and burn was just added. That was the other thing added, dodge and burn. So now you really don't have an excuse. So that's Luminar Neo, y'all. I think it works pretty damn good. It's way better than it was. I'll give them credit. Way better than it was. So now my presets finally showed up. They finally loaded. One thing about Luminar Neo, it was running slow before. It still looks like it's running a little bit slow, but it could be because of the raw files. It could be because of the Fuji raw files. So let's go to, here's the Sony A9. I know these pictures are Sony, and these raw files should be. So yeah, they pretty much launched right away. So I think it was the Fuji files is the issue. But at least they work. At least they're better than On One. On One's not even giving me the access to the files. And I'll show you that in the next video, what it does when. So there's my big fat hand in the phone or photo right there. That was nice of me. So there you have it, Luminar Neo. Is it worth the money? I don't know how much they're charging you guys. I got mine at a discount early. If it's 60, $70, yeah, it's probably worth it now. It wasn't when it first launched. It was horrible when it first launched, but now they've really enhanced this thing to the point where you can get some really good professional quality stuff. So I think personally, but that's me. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for liking, sharing. If you did so, please subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's cool too. And we'll see you again this week with the On One Photo Raw I'll show you a little bit about that. Again, I'm no expert on this stuff. Don't start hammering me about I'm wrong here and I'm wrong there. No, you suck at this and you didn't mention this. This isn't a review. I'm just going over the stuff that I use in case you might want to use it too. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.